Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here, and in today's video we're going to talk about Battlefield 5 DLC. Now, the way that Battlefield 5 is going to handle DLC will not be a premium pass. So Battlefield 5 is confirmed to not have a premium pass. That is great. We're not splitting up the community anymore. We're not splitting up the player base. It is going to be a live service. So Battlefield 5 will have a live service called Tides of War. Now, Tides of War basically it runs like pretty much all the other live services. Usually they're funded by microtransactions, so that obviously there will more than likely be microtransactions within Battlefield 5. But Tides of War, how they were describing it, is that it is how they will constantly evolve the game and like constantly evolve the advancement of World War II within the time or the life cycle of Battlefield 5. So they were saying that they would have like these new fronts added to the game periodically. Hopefully it's a little bit more often, maybe a little bit less content, but more often than Battlefield 1's DLC. But how they were saying it is that Grand Operations is going to be very much tied into the Tides of War live service that Battlefield 5 will have, and that's how they're going to like tell a story in every DLC or every phase of the war during Battlefield 5 was going to be with that Tides of War service or live service. Now, the thing that I hope won't happen is something like Battlefront 2. So Star Wars Battlefront 2 was marketed as a live service game, but unfortunately due to some of the questionable business decisions that EA made concerning Star Wars Battlefront 2, the player base kind of died down pretty fast due to the lack of progression. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff to unlock because the whole progression system was in the works following that big microtransaction debacle. So they kind of decided to like stop supporting Battlefront 2. So there was a leak that they wouldn't make any more DLC. And that's just unfortunate for people who are still playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. I know a lot of people still wanted the Clone Wars to be added in, or more stuff from the Clone Wars, like the heroes, for example, General Grievous. But those are all things that we probably won't see in Star Wars Battlefront 2. And, I mean, when you have a live service, it's always to the developer's discretion to either drop the live service style of game support or to keep going even if the player base is dwindling down. So I'm hoping that in Battlefield 5 this won't happen and we'll get all of the DLC content to complete the cycle of the World War II, like all the way till the end, and we can see every event that unfolded within World War II and in Battlefield 5. So that's how I'm hoping that it'll shape up, and not something along the lines of Star Wars Battlefront 2 where they just drop support because the player base just isn't there for it to be worth the time and money. So that's one of the downsides to having a live service, and also hoping that there is sufficient content directly on launch of Battlefield 5. Some games sometimes launch with the promise of adding a lot more content down the road as a live service, so they launch with less content. I just find that's a shady business practice, but I have confidence in Battlefield 5. We haven't seen multiplayer gameplay yet. I know a lot of people were a little bit disappointed at the trailer, but I think at EA Play, we're going to see some real multiplayer footage and gameplay and really see how the game plays out. And I think a lot of people will turn around and say like, oh man, this looks pretty goddamn insane with all the new mechanics that they're dropping, with all the mechanics that they're improving, and general boost to teamwork that is going to be implemented in Battlefield 5. I think it's shaping up to be a pretty good game, especially that they're taking away the premium pass and replacing that with Tides of War, which is a live service for Battlefield 5. So that is quite exciting. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of Battlefield 5 having a live service. If you've never even bought like a premium pass because you just found it too expensive or something of the sort. So let me know all that in the comments down below. While down there, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I release Battlefield and first-person shooter-related content pretty much every day. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.